coffee person?
Yep.
Do you want to get coffee
Sure.
on this drive?
I have not had coffee yet today. I had a little bit of leftover from yesterday because I didn't have time. I had a funeral right after my 8 o'clock mass. So normally
fair.
I would make coffee. Normally I would go celebrate mass. I would come back. I would walk the dog around while coffee's brewing.
Do you have a dog?
I do.
What's your dog?
Pierre.
What kind of dog?
An Aussie Doodle.
Aww.
He's up in my bedroom right now. That's the rectory right there, the greenhouse.
The greenhouse?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
So my bedroom is the one upstairs with the little fake porch.
Oh, yes. Is it not
with 2
real?
windows.
Like you can't
No,
walk
it's just
onto
2 windows right there. And it's literally just a roof.
So you could crawl through the window.
I could if I wanted, and I've thought about putting like a little just fold-up chair and just sitting up there.
Is it like structurally sound?
I don't know. That's why I haven't done it yet, because I don't really want to fall through. And there's Kenzie B up here, but I don't think they're open anymore.
Is that one of those like bee cafes?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
If they're open, we could stop here. I've actually never been in there.
Really?
Father Noah's sister works there.
Oh, okay.
Clara and Alex. Alex is his sister with Down syndrome.
Okay,
and so she works there, and Clara and Mrs. Thalen, Father Noah's mom, is like one of the managers. But I think they close at 2, but I don't know. What does that say?
Yeah.
Well, let's look through the window if they have. Oh, no,
there's people in it.
Let's go in there.
Oh, okay. Hello, everyone. This is season 3 of Fueling Up with Father. I'm Annie Willison, and today I have with me
Father Dan Schumaker. I'm the pastor at St. Patrick's, St. Anthony, in Grand Haven.
Yes. And how long have you been there for?
It'll be 3 years in July. So, yeah, since 2023. So this is Norm's Ice Cream. This is the best place. So for my birthday last year, for Christmas, the staff gave me a bunch of $5 gift certificates.
Is it open in the winter?
It is. No, it just opened. Okay. It opened 3 weeks ago, and on opening day, everything's 50% off. So I came down here, and the line was 3 blocks that way, and I said, absolutely not. I'm not waiting in line.
I said, no. So, I was just thinking about it. I was like, I don't think I've been to Grand Haven in the sense of not the pier. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Like, which is
This is real Grand Haven.
This is real
right
Grand
here.
Haven.
Real Grand Haven, off the beaten path.
So if I'm here for the beach, go there for ice cream instead of like Temptations.
Yes. Well, so Norm's now has a place right next to Temptations.
Oh. Really?
And in the old train depot, we're gonna turn left at the light.
Okay.
But yeah, in the old train depot. However, there's a little legal agreement that they have. So Sweet Temptations can only serve hard ice cream.
Okay.
And Norm's can only serve soft serve.
Is that what they're like?
That's
known
their. No, that's just the legal agreement for that place.
Got it.
For that location up on the waterfront.
Okay.
But there's a frozen yogurt place right up there. There's Sweet Temptations. There's Norm's Dairy Treat, I think is what the Norm's is called there. Okay. And then there is a Dairy Treat just around from the Kirby House. And then there's the Pump House, which is frozen yogurt.
Right. Yeah. That's more of a chain, isn't it? Or is it just?
I don't know. I've never heard of it until I came here.
Okay. Well, do you remember in like 2010 where like frozen yogurt just popped up everywhere?
Yeah, but I was in St. Paul then.
Well, was it not a national?
No, there
phenomenon?
was. There was. But,
oh, okay.
But what did they call it? What did they call it in St. Paul? There was a place, but it was like a fruity name or something like that.
A fruity name? For frozen yogurt or for ice cream in general?
No, for frozen yogurt.
Okay.
But the best part that I liked about it is you pay by weight. So you can get as much as you want. You have to pay for it, but the trick is to not load it up with toppings. The trick is to leave room for toppings. That was my problem. I would fill up the cup too full of frozen yogurt, and then I would never have room for the toppings.
Okay, so what's your ideal frozen yogurt? Like, what flavors of ice cream? What toppings are you putting on it?
So it's been a long time since I've had frozen yogurt.
Sure.
But like if they've got a white chocolate or like a cheesecake, like flavor ice cream or yogurt, whatever.
Yeah.
And then, this is basically what I'd get at Cold Stone too if it was ice cream.
Sure.
But you put the graham cracker crumbs in it. You basically make a cheesecake.
Okay.
And you put the graham cracker crumbs in. You put the Heath bars in. And then sometimes Reese's Pieces if they've got Reese's Pieces.
Okay.
But I only like the pieces. I don't like the peanut butter cups.
Are you not a big chocolate person?
No, I don't like chocolate. I mean, I will eat chocolate, but like, if somebody just gave me like a chocolate bar,
Wow.
I mean, I would have to like melt it and put it into something. Like,
I think we might have opposite dessert tastes.
yeah? Oh
Yeah.
gosh. Yeah, no.
Which is fine. Hey.
Because I make
someone needs
cheesecake.
to eat the vanilla cupcakes.
Oh,
pack,
that's
you know?
that's right up my alley. Yes.
See, I'm like giving the chocolate ones, so it actually works. See,
Yep.
there you go.
There we go. We're not fighting
We can
over
split it. Yeah,
exactly. It's an even split.
I respect you. You respect
Exactly.
me.
You have
and
your
we're all
taste
happy.
buds, I
we're
have
not
mine.
fighting over cupcakes. It's
Exactly.
great.
So at my ordination reception, we had cheesecake.
So is that like your favorite
that's like
dessert?
yes, absolutely.
Okay,
by
so
far.
then also,
And,
if you can make a
and I make two cheesecake. I make two cheesecakes. Like, so I like to cook
from scratch.
Yeah.
Oh, you like to cook?
I do.
Okay.
And now I enjoy it a lot. I really
Okay.
do. So like, we did 4 soup suppers for Lent. And one of them I made a mushroom soup in our last one.
Mushroom soup.
Roasted mushroom and garlic soup. Oh my gosh, that was really good.
Okay.
But anyway, back to cheesecake.
Cheesecake. Yes.
So
the
the
priority.
important,
Yeah.
the important stuff.
Yes.
So I make a banana bread bottom cheesecake. So instead of a graham cracker crust, it's banana bread. It's a thin layer of banana bread, or sometimes it's a thick layer. It depends on how much banana bread.
Depends on what you're feeling.
It depends on how big my springform pan is.
Sure.
Yeah, so banana bread bottom, and then that one's a no-bake cheesecake. So you mix the gelatin in or whatever,
Yeah.
and then you let it set in the fridge, and then you drizzle caramel on top of it.
Yum.
But you got to get a good caramel sauce, like Ghirardelli or something
Do you
like that.
put chocolate chips in the banana bread on the bottom?
I don't,
That's because you don't like.
because I don't like chocolate. And so
But
that
you
would
could,
just,
and then if you drizzle
ruin it.
chocolate on top, that's me.
Okay, you can have half
That
of
would be
it.
my twist.
Yes. So the other one that I make is a regular baked, like New York style baked cheesecake. So graham cracker crust, you bake it in, I don't remember what they call it, bain marie or something like that, where a water bath.
Water. Yeah.
So so you bake it. It's baked, but it's maple flavored. So my dad makes maple syrup.
Oh.
And
okay.
so he does it in the spring. He didn't do it when we were kids. He did it when he was a kid with his dad.
Yeah.
Didn't really do it with us kids when we were in.
Well,
but
he's
then,
probably a little busy.
well, yeah, a little bit. There were 4 of us in 4 years. So
yeah. Okay. So I feel like a lot of hobbies get put on pause when that happens.
And now the last couple of years he's been doing it quite a bit, and he just retired now. And so this year the goal is to do a lot more. But so I use his maple syrup.
Okay.
And that's really good too.
Is there a lake over there?
No, the river. That's the Grand River.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the Grand River goes from Grand Rapids all the way here, out here. So this is all of the lake.
And then does it spit out in Lake Michigan or no?
Yeah.
It does? Why did I
pier.
not know that?
The pier in Grand Haven is that's how Grand Haven gets its name.
Oh.
It's the Grand River.
Wow. That feels like really sad. I did not know that.
Everything around here that has the word Grand in its name is probably very close to the Grand River.
Okay, I'm gonna take that as now my
you know
rule
how
of thumb.
this whole actually turn here at 100. This whole restore the rapids in the Grand River, like that's how Grand Rapids is its name, because it's on the rapids.
I did know that.
It was built on the rapids of the Grand River.
That I did know. Okay. that I am there on. What's your discernment story?
So I actually almost went to a high school seminary.
Really?
There's a few of them that still exist. I have a cousin.
I was gonna say, you're not old, and I feel like I haven't heard of any. I don't know how to say that without being
I usually say to people, I was not born yesterday. I might have been born the day before, but not yesterday.
I might have been born yesterday, considering Grand Haven and me not knowing.
Well, fair enough.
Sure. But
Yeah, so I almost went to a high school seminary, St. Lawrence in Mount Calvary, Wisconsin. It's run by the Capuchin Franciscans.
Okay.
And I had a cousin that went there, and so he went there all 4 years, and he's now a Capuchin Franciscan with the Midwest Province, St. Joseph, I think.
Okay.
So I almost went to school there. A few weeks before the semester started, I decided, this.
Like,
I don't know.
Were you into your freshman year?
It would have been my freshman year of high school. So I'd have been
you knew, like,
13,
early on.
13, 14 years old.
Okay.
And just the thought of, just the idea of being 7 hours away from home for high school, I don't know. There was probably some fear in that. And,
yeah.
So, I mean, even though my cousin was a senior, he would have been a senior the year that I was a freshman.
Okay.
So I would have been out there with him for 1 year, but still, I went and visited, and it was, I was signed up and ready to go, and then backed out.
Mm-hmm.
And then ever since I started altar serving as a kid, it was something that always was on my mind. And I have 3 uncles that all went to St. Joe's High School Seminary in Grand Rapids, when that still was in existence. I think one of my uncles, was the last, so we'll go past 45.
Okay.
So I think one of my uncles was actually the last graduating class from there.
Oh.
Although that could be just something that I made up too. I don't remember.
He did go there.
He did.
Whether or not he's the last class.
Yes. Yeah. Three of my uncles did for sure go there.
Okay.
My uncle Doug France and Kevin France, and then my uncle Bob, who actually married into the family, but he was a classmate of theirs, and I don't know, went on breaks and met their sister, one of their 7 sisters, and ended up getting married.
There you go.
And so it's a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
But yeah, so ever since I really started altar serving, I always kind of thought it would be cool, and just felt drawn to the idea of being a priest. And then got into high school, and that kind of hit the back burner a little bit. But honestly, for me, the biggest, so I had a really kind of profound moment at a Steubenville conference, actually, in between my freshman and sophomore years of high school, 2005. And that was the first time that I'd ever really experienced adoration. And I think we're in uncharted territory now.
Uncharted territory. It happens at
like
least
I said,
once a video.
I don't usually come this far out. So I experienced adoration for the first time, and it was in.
Oh boy, we're slowly losing it. Oh my God, I don't want to miss this.
Yeah, it's been raining, so we got a washboard gravel road now. That was the first time I'd ever really experienced adoration, and I remember during adoration, just the first time actually like making a prayer from the heart, like an honest prayer. And so I can remember saying to the Lord, like, if you actually care about me, if you really love me, like Father Tony at that time was my pastor, Father Tony Pilak, like Father Tony says you do, like the youth ministers do, like my mom and dad say you do, like my Catholic school teachers all said you do, like, I need you to show me, because I'm really struggling with that. I don't think I said it that nicely. I think I said, prove it. I was very direct, which I think is good. I mean, I think we have to be direct in our prayer, because God already knows where we're at, and what the reality is. And if we're saying anything other than that, the only person we're fooling is ourselves.
Right.
And I certainly have come to recognize that as I've continued to grow in my prayer life. But so I said to the Lord, I said, prove it. And nothing happened immediately. But so at Steubenville, the priest would go up and take the monstrance and start processing around the gym, the field house. And when I don't even remember what priest it was there, but when he got to the section that we were in, I can remember just this immense peace coming over me. And there's only been maybe 1 or 2 other times where I have experienced that. So when the priest was coming around, like I said, I felt this immense peace, and I can probably count on one hand the number of times that I've felt that same peace again. And there was no doubt in my mind that was God, Jesus, answering that prayer. And so then, for myself, that kind of started this kind of journey of, all right, so now I have no doubt that God exists. I have no doubt that God loves me, that he wants this friendship, this relationship with me. But then the question was, well, how do I know that how do I know that Catholicism is true? How do I know that, because, I grew up in Coopersville. Many of my friends are Christian Reformed. And so how do I know that Catholicism is the church that's right or whatnot? This is the church I was born in, baptized in, raised in, but how do I know that's right? So the next couple of years in high school, I started really kind of looking into the historical facts, the historicity, if you will, of churches.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I kept finding was that, the Christian Reformed Church can trace its beginning back to a certain date, and the Pentecostal Church back to a certain date, the Baptist Church to a certain date, and Lutheran to a certain date, the Church of England to another date. And
this is just reality.
It is. It's reality version of Fueling Up with Father.
Yeah, it just...
So I started looking into all these, and most of these, all of them, were within the last 500 and 600 years.
Yeah.
And when I looked, when I started looking into, okay, when did the Catholic Church start? The Catholic Church is the only church that claims to go back to 33 AD, to when Christ says to Peter, you are the rock on which I will build my church. And so for me, it was first that encounter with God, where I became convinced that this was the reality, and then it became a kind of an intellectual journey to a certain extent.
Sure.
To get to the point where I was certain and could have faith and believe that there is a church that Christ started, and that's the Catholic Church. As I said, I had already been thinking about priesthood for a little while before that. Didn't really think about it much in high school. Started thinking about it a little bit senior year when the question starts coming, okay, what am I doing for school?
Sure.
Am I going to college? Am I going to seminary? What am I doing? So I think it was like April or March or May, one of those 3 months where I reached out to Father Ron, the vocation director at the time. So I'm thinking about seminary, and so we met, and he basically was like, well, it's a little late to start right now. So why don't you start meeting? He had a discernment group that was meeting with various other high schoolers from across the diocese. And so I started meeting with them once a month. And so I ended up going to Aquinas College for at least that first year, and I studied fine art with an emphasis on drawing. But towards a couple months into that, I became very convinced that this was not what I was going to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So started thinking about transferring. Do I go study architecture? I was looking at Ferris. I was also considering getting into conservation work. So I told Father Ron, and he's like, well, if you're already thinking about transferring, have you thought about transferring to the college seminary? I said, well, no, not really. I was like, because if I've already decided that I don't want an art degree, if the seminary thing doesn't really work out and I've got a philosophy degree, what do I do with that? Yeah. So my Daniel's plan was I would go and get a degree and then go try the seminary out. And Father Ron, he said, well, why don't you just go visit? So I did. So I went out for a Vianney visit, and that was the first time that I ever really met a seminarian. While I was praying in the chapel there that weekend is another one of the few instances that I've felt that peace. It just, after praying about that, I had become very convinced that this was where the Lord was inviting me to go. So I came back, I applied, I was accepted in the seminary by Bishop Hurley, and then started seminary fall of 2009. So that's that. That's
Yeah.
And I guess even in that year that I was at Aquinas, I started going to daily mass more frequently, started praying more frequently, and the more that I prayed, the more that I engaged in trying to continue to grow in this life of prayer, the more that the thought of priesthood kept coming to mind. And it finally kind of got to the point where it was like, if I don't at least give this a shot, I didn't really want to live the rest of my life with this what if hanging over my shoulder, over my head. So, and I think one of the things that really helped me that Father Ron had said to me was, by deciding to go to the seminary, you're not saying that you're going to be a priest. You're giving yourself the opportunity to go and discern more deeply whether or not this is really what Christ is calling you, what Jesus Christ is inviting you to do or calling you to. And so that took a huge pressure off, because I think I had put this pressure on, like, if I'm deciding now at 18 years old, then I'm committing, and and to make a commitment at 18 years old like that for the next 60, 70 years, that's a lot. That's a huge burden to shoulder.
For sure.
And that wasn't, and like I said, that was what I thought I was putting on myself, but that wasn't what Christ was putting on me. And so, and I think that's why it's important too for us to, to have some sort of spiritual guides and whatnot in our life to really help see what the Lord is saying, because sometimes we don't always see it.
Yeah.
So.
Or it feels bigger, or I think sometimes too you go too far down the path, and it's like, whoa, it's just one step.
One step. That's all the Lord's
we're not at the finish line.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you mentioned that you're into like architecture, fine art, all that stuff.
Yeah.
How do you see that playing a role in like your vocation as a priest?
So another assignment that Bishop has given me, that he's appointed me to, I guess is the technical term, is I'm a part of the Art and Architecture Commission for the diocese.
Okay.
So there's two of us priests that are on that, myself and Father Andrew Ayers. So we work with different parishes and Catholic institutions in the diocese that are either renovating or building new worship spaces, is kind of how I would describe it. If they're renovating the worship spaces, they meet with us and we just talk through that whole process. And we get feedback, we give pointers, we make sure that the rubrics that the church has are being followed, and just and also things like that we think things through. Because I think a lot of times especially when we're looking at trying to renovate spaces or whatnot, we think of Sunday Mass, and because that's what we mostly are aware of. But I think a question we have to ask ourselves too is, can I also celebrate a funeral in this space? Can I also celebrate Holy Week in this space? Can I, is there enough space for the ceremonies of the church? Is it arranged in such a way that these other liturgies that are extremely important, but don't happen with the same frequency as daily mass or Sunday Mass?
Sure.
To make sure that there is space for a casket to turn. That the pews in the step of the sanctuary aren't too tight. So we work with that kind of stuff. And just like I said, thinking through all of that stuff to make sure that as much as possible, you can never plan for everything. You can never, some stuff always gets overlooked. I don't think you can ever be perfect about that. But so that's one area or one instance in which that is still kind of lived out. I've also started learning how to write icons. So I first started, actually Father Ron first started teaching me when I was in the seminary. And we got through like the first layer, the first kind of level. So in iconography, you always work from dark to light, because it mimics the spiritual path that we all take. We go from darkness, from slavery to sin, then we're brought into the light through our baptism when the light of Christ comes and dwells within us. And so iconography, as you write an icon or paint an icon, it always follows the dark to light. So you do your base, your darkest colors first, and then you build highlight on highlight on highlight on highlight. So it starts to feel as if it's illuminated from within, rather than an artificial light casting shadows and such from outside. So like I said, Father Ron started teaching me that, and then I don't know, we got busy, whatever. And then I never got past that first layer. And actually, I still have that.
The original.
Father Ron, if you're watching, I still have that unfinished icon of the Blessed Virgin that has the first layer on. I haven't gone back to it yet. But,
I was going to say, will you?
Eventually. Yeah. But I have finished another one. So I did an iconography workshop out at Ender's Island in Mystic, Connecticut.
Oh.
I've done some stuff like when I was at the Basilica. I did a couple of different artwork pieces for the covers of our worship aids.
Oh,
for like
nice.
Christmas and Easter.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't do as much as I would like, and that's just because I don't make the priority for it.
Right.
I mean, I'm very much a firm believer, and I can't use that excuse. I don't have time. No, if I want to do it, I will make time for it.
Sure.
And so I just don't make the time that I should.
Mm-hmm.
I've done the art. I did the artwork for my little prayer card that we gave out at my ordination.
Okay.
I also did the artwork for Father Stephen Durkee's.
Nice.
For his prayer card that he gave out at his ordination. Mine was a priest holding the host elevated at the consecration, or just after the consecration, and I drew the Sacred Heart in the center of the host. And then I've got the rays that are coming out of the Sacred Heart from the Divine Mercy image. So I digitally imposed those on in Photoshop, but all the rest of it, so the color part I imposed, like I said, on Photoshop, but all the rest of it was drawn by hand with charcoal. And so that the original drawing is in one of our conference rooms up in the office. I kind of take it with me wherever. So whatever parish I'm at, that parish gets that piece of art in one of the rooms for the time that I'm there, and then it comes with me too.
That's cool.
But I'm a firm believer that the Lord gives us gifts for a reason. And John Paul II and Benedict the 16th, both of them have very beautiful letters to artists, in which they praise the fact that any artisan has been given a unique share, a unique ability to share in God's creative power. And so while we can't create ex nihilo from nothing, we can take the created matter that the Lord has made, and we can fashion and shape and mold that into beautiful things to help bring our attention towards the Father, and to reveal, and I think to further reveal the beauty that the Lord puts in the created world itself. Yeah. So
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's a cool way of viewing it.
Well, I think this is something that we've kind of lost in the modern era, is an understanding of what art's for.
Totally.
For the entirety of human history, art has always been about teaching or telling stories, or it's about something bigger than myself. It's about helping people, especially Christian art was about helping to teach the faith. And now in our modern world, art has taken on an inward focus. It's not so much about making visible something bigger than myself and helping to show this, but it's about pointing to me and in my self-expression and my look at me. Like, I don't know, that's my frustration with much of modern art.
That's your modern art hot take.
Yeah, that's my hot take. If I have to read something, if I have to go up to a picture and read something to figure out what you're trying to say or whatever, then I question, is art really, is it really accomplishing what it's supposed to accomplish?
I think that's a good point, because it's like you can reveal something about yourself in your art, like that's going to shine through. But if it's like, this is my take on this, or this is how I view this, and I like art because it invokes an emotion that sometimes words can't.
True, absolutely.
And so, but I think a big problem too is art takes a lot of time.
It does.
And we've just gotten away from things that take a lot of time.
Yep. So, especially with ChatGPT. Create this image, create that image, which, believe me, I have fun with it, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, right.
But no, it does take time. And that's one of the things really for myself, in one of the reasons why I don't do as much drawing as I like to, or wish that I could perhaps, is because I just get lost in it. When I start, hours can just pass, and it feels like no time has passed at all. And so if I get started on something, I have to have like a big chunk of time where I can allow myself to just kind of get lost in it and not have to. Otherwise, I've got to start a timer, set a timer, because I can easily blow through, whatever.
But that's also like a beautiful thing to have, something that you can get so lost into.
Sure, no, absolutely. And I think that everybody needs to have that if we're really going to be successful. Well, not successful. If we're really going to have peace in our life, if we're going to really find joy and happiness, we've got to have some sort of a hobby like that that really takes these God-given talents and gifts that we have, and time can just kind of fade away through that.
Yeah, I picked up, I was like, I need a grandma hobby. It's how I phrased it. Because,
So what'd you pick up? Knitting?
No.
Crocheting? Actually, my great-grandma taught me how to knit.
See? Yeah, I did know how to knit in middle school. So I joined knitting club.
Knitting club, yeah.
It was knitting club, yeah.
So did you knit?
Yeah, I did it. I was terrible at it, but I did it. So I probably could pick it up if I really tried to.
You should have kept it up, and then you could have knitted your wedding dress.
Oh my gosh, could you imagine? That would be rough.
I think. So my mom and dad actually got married at St. Mary's in Spring Lake.
Oh,
and so it was kind of cool because once a month I go over and celebrate the school mass.
Okay.
So Father Bill and I trade. He takes the daily mass at St. Pat's, and then I go and celebrate the school mass at St. Mary's.
Just because?
Well, because we have a number of St. Pat's parishioners that go to school.
Sure. Okay.
So we have the partnership. There's been a partnership between the two parishes for the school for many years.
Okay.
Since like the 1980s, 90s, something like that.
Yeah.
And so we do a lot to try to support St. Mary's. I myself am a product, at least half of my education from Catholic education. So we do what we can to support that.
Yeah.
And so the first time I celebrated Mass there for the school, I started and I said, it's kind of a beautiful moment for me this morning because I am celebrating Mass at the altar and in the church that my family began in.
That is really cool.
And I said to them, just a few steps over there is where my mom and dad said I do to each other, and started the Schumaker family. So that was kind of a cool little, a beautiful little moment.
That is.
To be able to celebrate Mass there and to have that kind of moment. And so Thomas was one of my very first parishioners when I was first ordained.
Really?
Because he and his family were parishioners at the Basilica.
Yeah.
And I was the associate there, and then they were also students at West Catholic.
Yeah.
And Thomas was a part of the priestly discernment group, and I was the chaplain at West Catholic.
Well, yeah.
And we all know how that turned out.
Yes, I'm engaged.
No, yes.
I guess we never said that, but we mentioned my wedding dress.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which I'm very happy for the two of you. Absolutely.
Thank you.
And
yes,
I think it's
he was
great.
in seminary.
He was in seminary for a couple of years.
Yeah.
We had names. We had names for some of these things that I won't say on this little video. But
listen, okay, let's clear the air for a hot second. While we started dating soon after he discerned out, we did not start before he discerned out. Okay.
Good. Let's be very clear about that.
Let's be very clear. We happened to run each other at Theology on Tap. That's how we met.
Okay.
He discerned out in September.
Yep.
We connected at Theology on Tap in October.
Okay. Good
yes,
deal.
we got engaged 3 months later. Yes, we're getting married 6 months after that.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
Yes, He does. The Lord's.
Well, and He's so good.
Keeps you on your toes.
He does.
That's for sure. No,
well,
He is so good.
And I'm a firm believer that He will be a much better husband because of His time and his experience in the seminary.
Yeah, and He is first to admit that too. Yeah. It's so good. Because
I knew him in high school.
And he's told me several times.
He was a good kid in high school.
Well, he said, you would not have dated me had you known me in high school.
My mom says that about my dad.
Yes. I was like, the Lord knows what he's doing. He's like, you're just not going to see her until you've had years of seminary under your belt.
I hear stories of my mom in high school and stories of my dad in high school, and it's a good thing that they met after they were both out of high school.
Yeah. It's all the right timing. But no, so much of college seminary is human formation.
Absolutely.
So it just is like, okay, here's how you be a good human being. And so, yeah, that's what we told Bishop too. I'm like, you didn't waste your money.
Things too that, you never know what the future's going to hold too. Because, I mean, you guys, God willing, could have a son who becomes a priest or a daughter who becomes a religious.
True.
I look at my grandpa, and he wanted so badly, at least this is what I've been told, for one of his sons to be a priest. But none of his sons are priests. But one of his grandsons is a priest, and another grandson is a Capuchin Franciscan.
Hey, there you go. Okay, so we're kind of circling back. Do you have any words of wisdom you want to leave the people with?
I think the biggest thing, and this is something that has been so true with myself that I've recognized, always make time for daily prayer. The last few years of my priesthood have not gone the way that I would have ever envisioned them going, but in especially the last 2-3 years, that has become more clear to me, is the importance of a daily prayer life, and not just kind of letting yourself say, oh, I go to mass and that's good enough, or I say these morning prayers and that's good enough, but to really have time to be with the Lord in quiet, to allow the Lord to speak to you if he wants to. Because I think a lot of times, we pray, we say our prayers, and then we get out into the next thing, and we don't ever give the Lord a chance to say anything. And even to, if he doesn't have anything specific to say, just to let him love us, and to let him love you in the stillness and in that quiet. We live in so much chaos and busyness, and there's always noise everywhere. And so to just, try to give 20 minutes, that's 1% of our day, to the Lord, and to just say, Lord, I love you enough that I'm going to give you this time. And I might read a little bit of scripture in that, I might do something, but at least let 10 minutes of it, half of that, be time to just be with the Lord. So if you have the opportunity to go to adoration at least once a week, I think that's a great opportunity to take. I'm constantly reminded of St. John Vianney. He tells a story of a farmer in the village of ours that he would see in front of the tabernacle all the time in the church. And finally one day, I'm pretty sure this is St. John Vianney. No, I'm second guessing myself. And he finally asked this man, like, what are you doing when you're sitting here? What are you praying? What are you saying? He says, I'm just looking at the Lord, and the Lord's just looking at me. And that's the essence of prayer. And so daily prayer is essential to any of us who really want to follow Christ. And I think with that also is just having that honesty that that I talked about at the beginning. In my own experience, prove it, Lord. Being able to just be completely honest with the Lord, that's essential for growing in holiness. Yeah. So
beautiful. Well, good. Well, thank you for joining me.
You are most welcome.
Your prompt season opener.
All right.
You did it. And now you don't have to be bugged anymore.
I know. Now I don't have to worry about any more emails.
Exactly.
At least for this particular cause.
Yes. There you go.
Good deal.
Thank you.
You are most welcome. Thank you for the coffee.
Of course. Yeah.
All right.
Kenzie B's. If you're in Grand Haven, Kenzie B's.
Great place to get coffee.
It was actually, I think that's the best cafe meal I've ever had.
Yeah, it is good.
I'm not just saying that either. It's
and
really
they'll even
good.
give you a cute, cool little message. Sips and sunshine.
Yeah.
For this sunny, cold day.
Yeah. Exactly.
This will warm me up.
Yes. Well, good. All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see ya.
All right.
That's
I will give you